Hi there, I'm Jeff Hastings and welcome once again to SLJ.com. I want to take just a moment to introduce you very quickly to this device. It's called the HP Mini 100E, and the E of course stands for education. It's an education edition netbook made specifically for the K through 6 market, the primary market. More specifically, it's mostly designed for use in developing parts of the world, portions of Europe and especially South America. Though prices are going to vary depending on how schools elect to configure and customize and label them, HP tells me they hope to keep the unit price for these netbooks under $300. If you look over here and you look at the specs of the HP Mini 100E, you might notice they look a lot like most consumer netbook specs. They're very, very typical, and this Windows 7 starter-based model feels pretty mainstream when you use it. Now, Linux versions are also available. Point is, though, that I think HP consciously, as they're developing a netbook for an emerging market and trying to keep the price point down, they also didn't want to make something that was a lot different from what students would wind up using in other parts of the world and later on in life. So they came up with a netbook that's pretty typical in terms of its specs and its software, but has a pretty low price point too. I think the biggest innovations, the things that set this apart for the elementary school market are, for one thing, its case. I wish you could feel how durable and friendly this case feels. Rounded edges, weighs about 3.19 pounds, but it's very sturdy. You even have this rubberized carrying handle. If you look up here, you have a network status indicator light. That's a blue LED that would be on right now if I was net connected. And I'm not. One of the reasons I'm not net connected is that there's no Wi-Fi card in this netbook. Wi-Fi cards are in fact optional on this device, and there's a reason for that. HP tells me that in the emerging markets that they're targeting, Wi-Fi infrastructure is not very developed. So they say that a lot of the end users for the Mini 100E are going to depend on this, which is standard. There is your modem port for dial-up. A lot of users using dial-up in the areas where HP intends to market their machine. If you notice that there's a lot of white space, by the way, on this case, it looks kind of bland. That's because HP will customize cases to the client specification. So if a school district wants their school logo on all of their netbooks, they can get it directly from HP. If they want ID tags on their notebooks, HP will have them printed directly on the devices. HP even tells me that they will customize the BIOS splash screen, so when you boot up, you can see your school logo or a custom message, and the operating systems themselves. The HP Mini 100E. Consider visiting this address for full details. I'm Jeff Hastings, hoping you'll visit me right here again next month on SLJ.com.